Hi, beloveds. How are you doing? If you haven't noticed, my background's a little different. I'm not in Maryland today. I'm in Chicago, Illinois. So here we are. See my little window? Nice buildings. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to shoot a little quick video for you today because I'm thinking about you guys, and I want to talk a little bit about money because it seems like just can't talk about that enough. It's a big deal. And I wanted to say that your money that you earn in your job, it's not just about you and your situation. And when you allow yourself to be underpaid, it doesn't just affect you, it can affect the people you care about. When you're underpaid, you don't have as much money for emergencies. What if your pet gets sick? What if you have a family member who needs help? You want to save up to travel or to just, get a more comfortable place or whatever it is. You usually need money for it. So money is a big deal. And when it comes to getting paid what you're worth, when it comes to not allowing yourself to be underpaid, it matters. Money matters. And, living paycheck to paycheck, it's stressful. And again, it can just make it really difficult for you to do what you need to do. And then the other thing about it is when you start off being underpaid, it has this compounding effect. It's harder for you to get paid what you're worth later on because you started out so low. So it's really important to not be underpaid in the first place. And as soon as you realize you're being underpaid, do what you need to do to get out of there, because it matters. And also, when you think about what kind of jobs that you want to accept, think about the fact that if you accept being paid, underpaid, that compounding effect that it has matters because many times you lock in that salary for at least a year before you can even really talk about increasing it. And then we've talked about this before about how you can negotiate your salary where you are, but it's harder. It's so much harder. And most people make more money changing jobs than trying to negotiate a higher salary where they are. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So if you're not that happy with the salary, it's a big deal. Again, because it could take at least a year before you're able to really talk about it again, and it compounds. And so you're gonna have to deal with that for a whole year pretty much. And then the other thing is, when you think about the money part, it's not always about accepting the job that has the highest salary. There's other factors that may come into play. How much aligned is the job with your career goals? Where is the job in itself? So for example, there could be a job that has a higher salary, but it's further away. And so the time you spend commuting, matters. And then if it's going to cost you more to commute there, you can end up, and let's say if it's fancier too, so you have to get more of a wardrobe. So all those factors can impact the salary. So even though you're getting paid more, it's actually costing you more to have that job. So there's all these factors to keep in mind. There's been times where I've taken a lower paying job because it aligned more with my goals and what I wanted to do. But then I was able to, make that up later. So sometimes it can be good to kind of take a lateral, go down a little bit, because it opens you to being able to increase your salary later. So there's so many factors that come into play when we think about our salary and what salary to accept and what not to accept, and thinking about all of the factors that come into play that we need to weigh when we're looking at which salary to accept. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you. Those are just a few nuggets around salary and why it matters and why it's such a big deal. And for people who tell you oh, the money we make isn't important or it doesn't, it does. It matters. It matters, okay? All right, so don't be underpaid, and keep in mind all the factors to weigh, and keep in mind that compounding of that salary. So it's harder to get to where you need to be when you start out low. So don't stay low, and move up and get your resume and cover letter and all that where it needs to be so that you can really have what you need in your back corner to be able to vouch for it. This is why you should get this amount of money, and so and so. All right, then leave any comments in the chat. I'm happy to answer your questions, and hope you all are doing good. I'm doing pretty good too. I'm here in Chicago. I showed you my little what's going on outside, and I'm traveling with the spouse today, and it's good. It's a really good day. So anyway, take care, you guys. Bye-bye.